behold the green and gold, period.
That girl right there, wife. She gon' be my girlfriend. That girl right there, wife.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the video. So today's video, I'm doing how to survive dorm life at Norfolk State University. So how to survive dorm life at NSU. So first, let me start off by telling you guys that I stayed in Towers, also known as Babbitt Smith North, or for the boys it would be Babbitt Smith South. But in short, Towers. For my freshman year of college, I was on the 9th floor and I stayed in a triple dorm. So I had 2 roommates instead of 1. But with that, I got my own personal bathroom. Not just myself, but like, you know, we shared, us 3 girls, we shared a bathroom together. And that was what we got from staying in a triple dorm. So yeah, that's where I stayed on campus. And it was definitely an experience. Living on campus is amazing. I love living on campus. For the most part, it has its ups and downs, it has its pros and its cons, and we're gonna talk about those. So let's get right into the video. So first, I'm gonna talk about the fire alarm and cooking. So where I stay at in Babbitt Smith North, we don't have kitchens, we don't have ovens, we don't have stoves. Every floor has a microwave, including the lobby. You have a microwave in the lobby and you have a microwave on every floor. Every floor has a room where you have your washer and dryer and then your microwave. Anything that you wanted to eat, it had to be microwavable. It's a microwave oven too, so it's pretty powerful. But anything you wanted to eat, it had to be microwavable. You couldn't buy anything that had to be cooked in the oven or a stove, unless you knew someone off campus or you know someone in the suites that, you know, they have kitchens. But I mean, if you just chilling, you just gotta use a microwave. So with that comes people who don't know how to microwave their food. And when people don't know how to microwave their food and they burn food, you know what happens? Woo, 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 the fire alarm goes off. And when the fire alarm goes off, both sides have to evacuate the building. So you may stay on the girl's side, but if a boy on the 7th floor burns his popcorn, both sides have to leave. And people will burn food at any time of the day. 12 p.m., 2 a.m. You will be woken up out of your sleep and you will be forced to go downstairs and outside into the parking lot, and you have to wait until the fire department comes and turns it off, and that takes like 45 minutes. It's really an ordeal. So the fire alarm, it's annoying. And as a freshman, I mean, more than likely you're gonna come across like people who just don't know, and you're gonna have to leave. You're gonna have to deal with that fire alarm at like unfortunate times of the night. For the most part, I mean, just make sure you don't leave your food in the microwave, because when the fire alarm goes off, like, that's a charge against the university. So they really don't like the fire alarm to go off frequently, because the fire department has the power to like shut the dorm down if they're being called for like crazy crap like burning noodles and stuff. So they really try to get a grip on how often people are burning things. So if girls or guys are being really reckless on your floor and they're burning a lot of things, your RA will take your microwave and then you will have to go to another floor to microwave your thing. My floor has gotten our microwave taken away before, and it was just so inconvenient having to like go up or down to microwave our food. It was just a mess. Like, microwaving your food was literally a whole journey. Next thing I'm gonna talk about is washing clothes. So like I said, every floor has a washer, one washer and a dryer in your little laundry room / microwave room. Thankfully, with Norfolk State University, laundry is included in the tuition. So you can say laundry's free, but it's not really free. You pay for it. You pay for it in your tuition. So all you have to do is just go in there, open the washing machine, put your clothes in, put your detergent in, swipe your card. You press the number of the machine and then you press start, and then you're washing your clothes. And It'll show an amount, but your amount never runs out. You can wash clothes as many times for free all semester long. You do live on the floor with other people, so there will be times where maybe you want to wash clothes and someone else is already washing clothes. So you guys will probably have a floor group chat. That's how we did it on GroupMe. And you can kind of text in the group chat and say, whoever's washing, let me know when you're finished. It's not guaranteed that these people are gonna respond, because maybe their roommate wants to wash after them and they're holding the spot for them. So you really just have to kind of like eyeball it, and be on top of people who are washing their clothes. And I say that in a way not to make sure they're getting their stuff out on time, but there is a rule that if your clothes are finished washing or drying, if you don't come get them within a certain amount of time of it finishing, the next person is allowed to take your stuff out and put it somewhere, not somewhere, but like put it on top of the dryer or put it on the laundry table and begin to dry or wash their things. So you don't want people like touching your clothes. I would recommend that you set a timer. Try not to fall asleep while you're washing clothes. Try not to leave the building while you're washing clothes, because it just creates a whole lot of conflict. Girls, guys, people do not like when other people touch their clothes. I'm sure you wouldn't either. So try to make sure that you're staying on top of yourself when you wash your clothes, so you don't have to go through anything like that. In the worst case scenario, if someone's washing clothes on your floor, you could just go to the floor above or below you, and if it's free, just start to wash or dry your clothes in there. And again, just make sure you are, going back and taking them out. The washing machine is 25 minutes, the dryer is an hour. So you just have to make sure you're willing to stay up and go get your clothes, especially if it's on a different floor, because you can't communicate with the girls or guys on that floor. So if someone's wondering where you are, they can't get in touch with you, and then your clothes are just sitting out to the dirt of the air. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is inconsiderate floor mates. On a floor, you'll probably be living with around maybe 25 or 30 girls. So, and not everyone is nice. Not everyone is approachable. Like, some girls just really just be, So sometimes you might come across conflict. And with that, I would just say communication is key. Don't try to like be petty, because it's just stressful, because you live with this person. It's not like high school where you don't like someone and you may get away with like avoiding them, like, because you don't have the same classes all the time, or you may not have the same lunch. Like, you don't have to see this person, but you live with this person essentially, so you will have to see them. You will have to be in meetings with them. So you definitely don't be petty. I mean, if someone does something to you, address it, but don't make like a big thing out of it. Don't argue in your group chat. Don't let people gain entertainment off of your beef with somebody else on the floor. Just don't make a hostile environment like that for you or anyone else. If someone does something that you don't like, or if someone just happened to like be really nasty in the microwave, or like leave something nasty in the microwave, you can just address it in the chat, say what you gotta say, and just like kind of keep it pushing. The next thing I'm talking about is visitation and having company over the same time as your roommates. So visitation, baby. Let me tell you something. NSU, they don't like giving us visitation. Literally, especially as a freshman, like, you are going to be waiting a little bit to get visitation. And basically what visitation is having someone that doesn't live in that dorm. This goes for guys and girls, okay? It doesn't matter. Having someone over that doesn't live in that dorm, you can't if you don't have visitation. And when you do have visitation, you have limits. You can only sign 2 people in at a time. Monday through Friday, the visitation hours are from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. On the weekend, they extend from 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. So that the weekend counts for Friday and Saturday. So Sunday counts as a weekday, so it ends at midnight.
So I also forgot to mention that Sunday through Thursday, we also have this thing called study hours, and it's basically from 7 to 9 p.m. And what that means for us is that we can't sign in anybody from the hours of 7 to 9. And it doesn't count if you already have guests over. They don't have to come down and sign out. But if you're trying to sign somebody in and it's 7 or 8, you have to wait until 9 o'clock to do so.
And so basically, if you go over the visitation time, so if you have somebody over past midnight or past 2 a.m., you get a fine. And the fine is $200. And you don't want that, man. You just don't want that stress, okay? So my recommendation for visitation, don't try your best not to fall asleep. That will catch up with you. And if you do fall asleep, make sure you set an alarm and make sure it's loud. Like, make sure it's going to get you up, and make sure you set it at a decent time. Like, if you plan on taking the elevator down, like, it's going to be packed. Like, everybody leaves around the same time, so make sure you take into account that, you know, the elevator's going to take a little minute to get there. But yeah, don't stay over the time. As of right now, there is no overnight visitation. The only residence hall that you can have guests stay overnight, no matter what the day is Spartan Suites. They don't have visitation rules. They don't have like any type of like gender rules or anything. But everywhere else, yeah, you're gonna have some rules. You can get visitation taken away if there's just been too much going on. Like, if there's just too many people breaking the rules, too many people sneaking in and out, like, they will take visitation away. As far as having people over the same time as your roommates do, communication. If it's a guy, if you're having a guy over, just make sure you communicate that with your roommates so that they know and that they can find somewhere else to go, or they can like get what they need before you have your guests. But yeah, communication, really. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is finding alone time. I know it can be really hard for some people to adjust from living or having a room to themselves to sharing a space with someone else. And it may be hard because you may be looking or missing that time that you had by yourself. So just a couple of tips I have for that is, one, try to just kind of like feel out your roommate or your roommate's schedules. See when they go to class, see when they're more likely busy, and then try to like take that time to be in the room and get that alone time. You will find yourself taking a lot of walks just to like clear your mind, or go to the library. The library's quiet. You would think there's a lot of people in there, but there isn't. There, you can more than likely find like literally your own bubble of space in the library, and it's, like I said, it's quiet, and you could just think and you can get that quality time with yourself that you may be missing. I know personally for me, like, I'm the only girl sibling, and I'm a lot older than my siblings, and I have my own room. So going from living by myself to living with two people was a bit hard, because I was like, I love my personal time. I love being by myself, really. So I definitely had to find times where I could just like have the room to myself, or be somewhere by myself and just kind of like get my thoughts together and enjoy like me time. So that's my recommendations for finding alone time with adjusting from being by yourself, if you don't sleep with anyone else in your room, to living with a roommate or roommates. The next thing we'll talk about is RA. So your RA is like your floor mom, but she's not your mother. Like, let's not get it confused. She is not your mom. They are not gonna run behind you and tell you when to complete things or when things are due. Your RAs are really there just to kind of keep the peace and make sure everyone's following the rules, and to get everyone on the floor engaged with each other and learning about each other. What the RAs do, they do your room checks. So once a month, or like once every other month, I forgot, but they come and they like look and make sure the room is clean and you don't have anything you're not supposed to have. It's not anything you really have to do too much for. They'll come, they'll look around, and they'll leave. But yeah, your RAs are there for you. If you have any issues, if there's any personal things you want to talk about, your RA is more than likely going to be very willing to listen and help you. They're great, especially in BSN. They're really, really good. The other thing the RAs have are their own events. So I think it's every month, every RA in my building at least, they threw an event. And that could be from like a girl talk to a game night. And it's really, really fun. Everybody's invited to play. Even the boys from the other side, they're invited to come join in on the fun. So it's a great way to get engaged with the girls on your floor, get to know about who you're living with, and get to know about your RA, and just, you know, have fun. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is the community bathroom. Now, personally, I can't speak on this too much because, like I said before, I stayed in a triple where I had my own bathroom, so I didn't have to experience community bathroom life. But there will be time, even if you do get a triple, there will be times where you will more than likely have to use it. I know if my roommate was taking a shower and I had to go pee, like, I would just have to go to the bathroom in the hallway and use it. But from what I saw in the group chat that we had, the bathrooms are pretty nasty, especially if the girls on your floor don't do their part to keep it clean. They do have people come and clean the bathrooms. Like, the bathrooms aren't just like out there willing to, like, custodians come and clean the bathroom, I think like twice or 3 times a day they come and clean. But it's up to the girls on the floor to keep it that way, and sometimes it wasn't always like that. So really, what can I say that any other video hasn't told you already? Shower shoes, do not go in there barefoot. Oh my gosh, do not. And if you can do a little cleanup before, hopefully you don't have to do that much. I know the best recommendation I got from one of my guy friends was to go early in the morning after they just clean, or after they just clean the bathroom, because that's like the best time to go, because it was just, you know, disinfected, hopefully to its best. For the girls who want to get triples, there's no outlet in the bathroom, so you will have to like go to the community bathroom if you want to like blow dry your hair. It's recommended because you might accidentally set up the fire alarm with like hair stuff. So yeah. Next thing we'll talk about is Wi-Fi and cable. So the Wi-Fi, depending on where you are on campus, depends on how well it works. That's just how it is. It doesn't work as well in some areas as it does others. So I mean, some of your assignments might be completed on another side of campus or in the library, and it's just straight like that. The university was doing a lot of work to fix the Wi-Fi issues before we left. They were doing a lot of scanning to see where the Wi-Fi was strong, where it was weak, so that they could get it to a place where it was just like strong throughout. But there was a lot of issues with the Wi-Fi. Sometimes like it'll just disconnect from your computer in the middle of an assignment. Like, that will happen. The Wi-Fi it's not, I'm not gonna say it's bad, it's just iffy. And as far as cable and bringing a TV, my TV that I have, that's the TV that I brought to college. It's a Roku TV. It's like the typical TV that almost everyone has that comes with like Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. The Wi-Fi does not connect to the TV wirelessly. You have to have an Ethernet cable to attach to like get the Wi-Fi to connect to your TV. So that was really disappointing. In order for my roommate and I to use our TVs, we had to use our hotspots, and our hotspots weren't like the strongest signals in the world. Most times watching TV was just like annoying because it would just buffer every 5 seconds, or it wouldn't connect, or it would just be super, super slow. So unless you're okay with that, I mean, bring your Ethernet cord and try to hook it up. You'll probably need some extensions for that as well if your Ethernet cable box thing is behind someone else's wardrobe. So that's cable and Wi-Fi. And the last thing we'll talk about for dorm life is building and floor meetings. So your RAs are going to have floor meetings where they're going to talk about things that have been happening on the floor that need to be discussed. You're also going to play really fun games with your floor mates so that you guys can just get to know each other. It's going to be a decent amount of y'all, and some of you guys might forget that you live on the same floor. I know I definitely used to like say hi to people and not even know that they lived on my floor. It just be like that. But you guys will have floor meetings where you guys will get to engage with each other, play games, and discuss whatever you want for the floor. In the building meetings, that's for the entire building. So you'll talk about things like visitation, things like setting the fire alarm off, important building updates, and different updates like what you need to do for winter break, moving out, spring break, fall break. They're really, really important. Don't miss them. I missed many, especially the second semester, my spring semester, because I was just super, super busy. They're at really odd times. Like, my floor meetings were mostly at like 7ish or 6:30, but the building meetings were always like at like 8, and it's like, that is so late. Like, I'm hungry. Like, what are we doing? But they do take attendance, so your RA will ask you where you're at if you don't come. So that's all I have for surviving dorm life at NSU. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to comment or DM me on my social media handles. They are linked in the description. Don't forget to comment videos that you'd like to see, like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.